My name is Mems, and this is Soaring with Guests. Please join me as I welcome my guest, Chinasa. Yay! Hello, Chinasa!
Hi, Mems! Awesome! I'm super excited. Oh, wow.
It's so good to have you here. I'm so happy that you are here.
I am too. I am super duper happy.
Yes. As you know, the reason why I started this Soaring is just to talk to people who have attended SOAR, because I know that I can't be the only one feeling this thing. I know that so many people are experiencing the same thing, and I just wanted to hear their stories. But you know, something I'm finding is that a lot of people who attended SOAR and who have had such an amazing experience were kind of already on a journey, already on a transformational journey. Can you share your own journey with us? What was your journey? What led you to SOAR?
All right. Good evening, Mems, again. Good evening, everyone. So yes, what had been my journey? I would like to tell a story. And my story, it started 5 years ago, right? When I still work in a bank, all right? And then you know how it is in a bank, you got to that point where I had it up to here. I was on the verge of what next. So I filled up for an MBA. I did only one module and I quit because it wasn't what I wanted to do. I signed up for a professional course. I didn't even start, and I would pay for this thing. So I came to the realization that it wasn't about the money, because some people will tell you, oh, when you pay, you'll be committed. It wasn't the money. It was the fulfillment of who I wanted to be. And I just wasn't getting it, all right? So I was really frustrated. Work was, of course, because I was frustrated with who I was at the time, work was not funny. My home was not, it was a different ballgame. My relationship with my husband was in a different situation. Everything was just going apart. And so I said, you know what? Of course, I went to prayers. I'm Christian, I'm Catholic. So I went into prayers and I said, oh God, what exactly did you call me to this world for? And I wanted to find the true essence of who I was. And so, of course, I just said, you know what? First, I need to change my job role. So I went to marketing, just to give me a bit of more space to have a self-thinking, to just have an ability to think and have more time for what mattered, which were my family that I didn't have the time for at the time. And so, yes, I went into marketing. I went to marketing and it was, oh my God. At some point, I said, Lord, who sent me message? I should have been where I was. This is tougher than life itself. Because you were coming from back office, you had nobody, you knew nobody, and you were coming into marketing, and all you had to do were deliver on the numbers. And I was pregnant to crown it all. So it was hard. It was hard, visibly hard. But you know what? For each of the moments of it being hard, I would always go back to God in prayers, and I'll be like, God, I did not make this decision on my own now. Help me here. It is tough for me. Now, don't forget, I had said I wanted to have time for the kids. But I was sent to a branch very far away from home that I had to wake up at 3 a.m. to go to start getting ready with my big belly, to start getting ready to go to work. And then, of course, I'll leave home for 5. I don't come back until 10 p.m. I live in Lagos, traffic and all the stories of traffic. So my life was worse than it was. It was totally worse than it was before, when I was frustrated. But I think the thing was, that journey had begun. That journey to transformation had started, because I realized that no matter how hard it was, this period, I would always realize that I had God with me. And so, of course, I would always ask for his grace, help me here, help me here. And then I had this friend of mine, I'm grateful for, one line of word he told me. He said, Chinasa, diamonds are not precious because they are diamonds, but because they go through a furnace. Hey, man, that became, so I held on to that word. I said, okay, truly, maybe this is my furnace. I don't know. But because, and I think our Lord wanted me to really go through that furnace so that when I say I'm a child of God, or I'm making a journey, or I'm beginning to be better at what I do, I would remember the story to know that, hey, he put me through that furnace to ensure that when I'm speaking it, I'm speaking with conviction that truly and honestly, I am on this road with him.
Yeah.
1 year into this journey, Mems, I was promoted at work. 1 year, as in just 1 year.
Wow.
of all the stress and all the pressure and all what I had to go through. So when I got that promotion, I realized, yes, Lord, I can comfortably say that you're with me here, because it wasn't by my power. Who was I?
Yeah.
But I was meeting targets, and I met my targets, and I was like, Lord, thank you. Thank you so much for this. And that really, really, really put me on that trail of self-realization, self-awareness, more of the things I can do as against more of the things I would receive. So what can I give? I started looking for, what more can I give? What more can I give? Who can I help? Who can I just, speak to? Like, I meet people now and I'm like, oh, I don't miss an opportunity to know your name. So my name is Chinasa. May I know yours? So now I'm beginning to understand me again, understand the reason why I even exist. And so when I saw SOAR and signed up for SOAR, oh my God, like, oh God, it made the difference. Like, it totally, with a cap, covered that journey for me and made it more meaningful.
Okay, wait. Before you talk about SOAR, had you heard about Mr. Bankole Williams before you signed up? What made you sign up?
Okay, so like I said, I work in a bank. So I remember one day, Bankole actually did a webinar for us. And of course, when you're at work, distraction, all sorts of things. So I was distracted. But when you know the right thing, especially when you've been training yourself over the years to, hear the right substance. I heard Bankole talk. I knew something was in this man. And I think I asked the question, how can I, link with you and all, but nobody answered. And so I let it go because there was no way to reach him. There was no way. I didn't quite know who he was at the time, but hearing him speak, that name stuck with me. And I was like, there is something here. And so in one of my walking around on social media, that was Facebook, I saw a sponsored ad, Bankole Williams, SOAR 2.0. Like, I didn't even care to know what SOAR was about.
That was it.
As far as it was this name that has been in my head, Bankole Williams, I signed up. And when he started his webinar, hey, and he started to drop the nuggets. I mean, prior to SOAR, I knew I had I've gained a lot of information, a lot of experience over the years, over this, this past 5 years I talked about, because that's really when I really started to start looking for information, start looking for how to grow, what to do differently. But you know what? With SOAR, I am looking for where to pour them out.
Can you tell me, I know that this is hard though, but while you are on the course, what's one thing that just kind of like touched you and like you knew, okay, wow, this is mind-blowing. You never thought of it. You never, like, something that you had never heard before that you learned on SOAR that transformed your life?
Okay. Like you said, it's hard.
Plenty.
Oh my God, it's hard. I think it was when this our daddy,
Daddy Catalyst.
Yes. Daddy Catalyst was what catalyzed everything for me. Like, Komi came in. I thought it was Komi, okay, Komi. But Daddy Catalyst messed up my mind. I was in the car, fixated for the whole time. My son had to come and say, Mommy, what are you doing here? I just showed him my book. Like I had written 2 pages. Or I said, this is what I'm doing here. Please, can you close my door? it was, I can't even pin right now which exact word. But if I go to my SOAR book, because I have a book, SOAR, as in it's still there, like, my God. That the catalyst was amazing. Yeah. I don't know where Bankole has all these friends from. I just cannot explain where he has all this class of friends from. But it shows you the substance of who he is. Because if he isn't in that at that level of, you know, your mind being able to, you know, take on a lot of things, he won't have the kind of friends he does. That's the truth. Like, you attract your tribe, period. Yeah. And he really does have his tribe as friends. So yeah, I'm very, okay, so me for one, hadn't been a very time conscious person. And I have a friend of mine that told me, Chinasa, where you exist, there is no time. in your territory, there's just nothing like time. So for the Catholics to come in, and he gave a story of how he went to give a talk, and these people were wasting his time taking selfies and all that, and how he just, at the nick of time, he just laughed. I was like, Chinasa. Then another one, like if he has something to do, he travels 24 hours, gets to the hotel and waits, and leaves the hotel 2 hours before the time, just so he will go there and sit and wait. I just knew that I had a lot to do.
Oh my gosh. There's just a calming that comes with you when you're not under pressure. You know, that quick. Okay, let me do this quick. There's a calming that comes. That's the peace. That's the homeostasis when you are planned, you know. So everything he was saying, I'm just like, whoa, I feel you. I felt the same way when he was talking.
So really, actually, now time exists. So I'm like, okay, at 2 o'clock, I'll be here at, you know, before, you know, you asked me whether I'll be free. I'll tell you, I'll have told you, oh yes, I'll be free. And guess what? I won't be free because I have not
put here before 4. I was like, ooh, that's my girl. That's my girl.
It is all work in action. We're putting the work, don't worry. So I had done a lot of working here. Seriously. You see here? Yeah. So I had done some real work.
Can you tell me one thing, like, what was life like for you before SOAR, and what significant change have you seen about yourself now?
Okay, so my life before SOAR was scattered. I think that's the best way to just bring it out as it is, because I like saying as it is. It was scattered, meaning I was doing bits and pieces of so many things. My sister will tell me, you are just a pure sanguine. And so, yes, I'm a sanguine. So, you know, sanguines are always everywhere. So I'll do this one. I want to finish it. I'm off to the next one. I won't finish out. I'm off to the next one. I won't finish out. I'm off to the. As in, so it was scattered. And so what that made me was always under pressure, like you just said. There was no peace. I would come home. My children's work were still undone. I'm trying to do that one. I remember that there was one mail I've not responded to. The work is still happening. In fact, I would abandon them and start responding to the mail. Halfway, I remember, I haven't called this person. And then I'm on to call the person. Halfway, I remember, there's this business thing I was supposed to have done. I've not placed my orders and I'm off to go. Oh my God. Then I'll now remember my car needs to go to the mechanic. I probably have not bought well. You know, so many craps. Sorry, my battery's a bit. So many craps that really and truly, you would just imagine that, why all this trouble? But I was doing all of that. I was, quote and unquote, making an effort. I think I was just too busy doing nothing. Then SOAR came. After SOAR, I've employed a driver. Like, please take care of the car. Make sure that, just as in, now I'm beginning to learn to, okay, you do this. Okay, my child, this is what I plan for you to do. At work, I have my to-do list. And honestly, I follow it back to back.
Yeah.
For my business, my boss is telling me, you need to do this. I'm like, yes, I will do it. But I already consciously know when I will have as in, now I am together. I am so together.
How about with your business? Because I've seen your business page and the stuff that you do.
Yes.
Can you talk about your business and how it also helped affect your business and like the results that you've seen with your business as well?
Oh, right. So for my business, actually, to be honest to you, I run 3 businesses.
Okay.
One of them is I'm big on supplements, health, wellness, anything that would take me away from the doctors. Now, we don't make medical claims or try to say, oh, we know it better or any of that. As a matter of fact, I had a 1-hour conversation with a doctor, and I was so proud of myself. And it was after SOAR that I could have this kind of conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was SOAR that made me be able to have this kind of
conversation and confidence.
With so much confidence, like the doctor was bringing. This doctor has over 35 years experience. So I am nobody compared to his pedigree. But even his colleagues, his friends were wondering, please, which conversation are you having with Chinasas? And I'm like, oh yeah, he's having a conversation with me. It is me he's having a conversation with. Yeah, so I do a lot. I started with cannabis oil, and it's amazing how now if I meet you, I would kind of assess what it is that works or you need to help you live a better, healthier life.
Yeah.
So if I know you have anything at all, I would of course recommend the cannabis oil for you. But then of course, I also do the weight loss as well. So if I stand up now, you would amazingly be wondering, how is this a mother of 3? Like I've lost over 6 kg, and it's not like I'm actively working out. So yes, I do go to the gym twice a week, sorry. Mm-hmm. But I'm big, like I said, I'm big on supplements. So my products have helped me, because first you have to be a product of the product.
Yeah.
Have helped me. I think before now, if I'm to have towards my period, even before my period, I would be bloated like crazy. Like I wouldn't use the restroom how I should use it. Maybe I'll use the restroom like once a week with the purpose. I'll take purple, I will take all sorts. But I wasn't using because I had IBS. But now I'm in the toilet with my phone on social media, and I'm done. Like you're not in any way crouching or squeezing or whatever. It is just free flowing, like you're just going on a water tap. So it has really helped me become, with SOAR again. I am so proud of my body right now. Like I am super proud of my transformation. And so it helps me have that confidence to talk to the next person to say, hey, here are my before pictures. This was me bloated. But they'll be like, well, you've never been a fat person. I said, yes. But I had the situation where I wasn't using the restroom. I mean, you can imagine where you've eaten and, all those stuff at your mid-session and you're not, taking it out, how it looks like or what it feels like really to be going about with all sorts of garbage inside of you. So the tea will just help to cleanse your gut, and then you're good. So it all depends on what the person or whoever it is I'm having a conversation with is dealing with. And of course, I'm able to recommend which of the supplements will help, because I'm about matching your troubles with a right product. So I think I am a working supermarket where it's just, if you want baby's food, if you want anything at all, like I am a problem solver. So SOAR has really helped out with my confidence big time.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that since SOAR, you've become more organized, and that organization has helped you at work, and it's also helped you with your business,
Absolutely.
Just organizing everything, knowing who you're giving what to, and even with discipline for yourself and confidence for yourself as well.
Absolutely. No, SOAR had really done amazing work for me, sincerely. I mean, when I finished, I called my husband. Okay, so the first thing about something that had happened the day or the day before our graduation I called up my husband because my husband had been, okay, so first of all, maybe I never said this, but I married young. So I married at the age of 23. I'll be 36 in August. And so you can, my first baby came at 25, right? So she's 10 years now. And so he's still my husband and he'll be my husband for life, like no leave, no transfer. So he had this septic mouth. I had to tell him clearly. I said, he has septic mouth of like, oh, see you, kangaroo pouch, such kind of words that just makes you're very, for lack of a better word, always being conscious of, what you were saying. Yeah. I was always very not mindful in the right sense, but mindful in, I didn't want him to say something wrong to me, right?
Yeah.
So just made it, sorry, a call came in. So what did SOAR help me do in this regard? SOAR helped me, I started realizing I am enough. I am enough. I am perfect as I am. This Chinasa is filled with all sorts of wholeness and all sorts of goodness. Like it is, my Lord. I just started realizing, so I am what all of these things. So why was I shrinking?
Yeah.
Why was I being away from reality? Why was I not able to embrace myself? Yeah. So I called him and I said, look at what you cost me over the years. But guess what? I have decided to break free.
I love it.
I have decided to take the ownership of these 53 young cells in my body. And not even your words can take me down that drain again. Like he was not, people say they're in abusive. No, my husband was not abusive at all, but he didn't even know when he says those words. Yeah. And he didn't know
if you check it, it's something for him. Like his intentions are not bad,
At all. At all. They were not, because he loves me so much. But he just will say those words because in his mind he's like, who else will I yab now if not you? But those yabs were not good for me.
Like now I'm realizing that I don't have control over everybody else's, what they say or any. The only person I have control over is myself. So it's me that has to know how I will respond to the things that people say. So that's taking back your power. That's taking the power, because now there's nothing that nobody will say or do that will have any effect on me, because I cannot allow do you understand? I have so much control and confidence in myself that there's nothing that anybody will say that will, affect me in any way. So at the end of the day, yes, people say what they say, whatever intentions they have, but what SOAR does is it kind of gives you a realization of who you are, so that those things, they stop affecting you, because it's not really about people can say anything, or they cannot. In fact, sometimes it's not even what they say, maybe just the way they look, but then it's not the person, it's you. It's you that has to deal with the thing that is going on inside of you that makes you feel smaller when somebody says those things to you.
Absolutely.
It's you that has to deal with those triggers and understand why that thing triggers you,
Absolutely. And so, yes, that's where I am at now. And I'm beginning to take back myself. That's why I told him that, look, guy, you need to even enter SOAR. You need to come and SOAR.
I think there's not enough men in that court. So we need to do something about this thing. I don't understand. What are they doing? Men, come on. I don't understand. It's so
come and like the eagle.
I see. I'm like,
they should all come and soar like the eagle. No, seriously, SOAR was amazing. It is amazing. Yeah. Well, Bankole is a man, so he would have.
It's an experience. I would love to see more men sign up, because I feel like there have been more women than. Anyway, we will first transform when the men ask, because the truth is, all of our husbands are seeing it. They're seeing it, they're looking at us and they're like, some of them will say, some of them won't say, but they're seeing the change, they're seeing the transformation, and so...
Trust me, my husband has said so already, because the transformation is super... Mems, as in, you don't want to, like, now I'm so programmed before, like I said, things were just happening at random. So now it's like, okay, before he says something, I'm able to give him a response. Prior to now, he would ask me a question, something like, what his usual question would be like, what's your favorites? What do you really like? I never used to have an answer to that. It's as something as simple as what meal really like. I cannot answer to that. But now, ask me that question again, and I will tell you exactly in clarity. In fact, where the likeness, how I want it, in what color, shape, form. How do you want it? This is how I want it. Like, no more. I have taken back this girl. This girl has taken back her life. Honestly, I have taken back my life. Maybe it has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with age or anything, but I've so taken back my life and I'm not playing with it anymore.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud, so happy for you, so happy for your journey, so happy to link up, so happy to be matching.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, Chinasa, thank you so much for this. I really appreciate you being here.
Amazing.
Thank you to all of you that are watching. Thank you so much. We hope that this video has inspired you, that Chinasas story and my story has inspired you to just want to take your own life back. Men, register for this show. And yes, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Chinasa. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.